let's talk about things that I wish I knew sooner. I'm only 26, but if I knew these when I was 18, 20, I'd been golden. You are never too good to apologize to someone. If you do something that hurts another person, even if it's unintentional, you owe them an apology. And part 2 to that is, just because you're giving someone an apology does not mean you're a bad person. Apologies are necessary. Say you're sorry. Okay and necessary to limit your time with or completely cut off people that are completely draining to you and that honestly bring nothing but pain into your life. Doesn't matter, family, friends, whoever it is, bye. If you want to feel more confident or just more accepting of the body that you are in, spend more time naked. Get used to seeing yourself naked. Water and sleep actually are as important as they say it is. Take care of your body. You're going to feel so much better day to day. If something feels wrong and you think about it all the time, every single day, it is wrong. It's time to say the hard words and to walk away. It's only going to get harder. You might as well do it now. Just because you have a set plan for yourself doesn't mean you should ignore things that are coming into your life that feel good. If it feels good, you should pursue it. If it doesn't work out, you can always come back to where you started off. Quit the job you hate. You do not owe anyone anything. If it's draining you, it is not worth it. Obviously, make sure you can pay your bills, but quit the job. Stop pursuing the boys that literally could not care less if they talk to you. You're just a convenience thing for them. Stop doing it. This is not some mysterious love that's going to blossom like you read in the novels. You deserve a nice man that's going to pursue you and treat you with respect. Tell the other boys bye. It is absolutely okay to go a little bit buck wild every once in a while. You are not bad. You are not wrong. You are not crazy for doing the things that you have done or will do. Do it and move on. Go have fun. Who gives a shit? If the people in your life, whether it's family, friends, a partner, are not vocally supporting the things you are passionate about and pursuing, you need to look into that. It might be time to start surrounding yourself with new people. Split your days into quarters. It makes things seem a lot more manageable and attainable. And what's great about this is that if you have a bad first quarter or first half, you can start the next quarter or second half with a new game plan. That one's going to make a lot of sense to ex-athletes. When it comes to exercise, find something that you enjoy, whether it's walking outside, whether it's running, if it's lifting, Pilates, yoga, cycling, whatever it is, find something you enjoy so you're more likely to stick to it. You do not have to follow what all of your favorite influencers are doing. Someone who takes a bag out when you go out, start carrying around a travel size toothbrush, toothpaste, travel size face wash, and a pair of underwear you're comfortable sleeping in, whether you end up at your friend's house or elsewhere, you're going to feel so much better.
Here are the 3 things I do every single morning to prevent my depression from taking over. A couple months ago, I was finding that I was depressed way more than I wasn't. So I started doing these 3 things every single morning, and it's helped prevent me from slipping into those depressive episodes. So the first thing I do is make my bed. It is so hard to get out of bed when you're depressed, but you just gotta force yourself to do it. Making my bed first thing prevents me from getting back into it. Sounds silly, but it works. Next, I wash my face and I do my skincare. Immediately, this helps me feel refreshed, and I start my day off feeling a little bit clean. When you're depressed, self-care and hygiene is actually really difficult, and some days this is literally all I do. But it wakes me up and it makes me feel like I did something good for myself right away. Try to use products that are really hydrating and feel good on my skin. And the more I did this, the easier it was, and I actually started looking forward to this part of my routine. Which, trust me, for a while was definitely not the case. Oh, also I use that eye serum to get rid of my bags. As you can see, I have really dark circles because I normally cry or just don't sleep well. I count brushing my teeth in here. This is also a task that can be really hard when you have depression, but once you build that habit, it does get easier. So then I get dressed. This is the last of my absolute morning essentials. Once I'm dressed and out of my pajamas, I feel like I can actually start my day. If I'm feeling extra sad, I'll make sure I put something comfy on. At this point, as you can tell, I normally feel a little bit happier. Anyway, do this. I promise it works.
Listen to me carefully, okay? Stop focusing on the outcome. It's very, very simple. And I have dedicated myself to find simple ways to make progress because I know that you want to be further along than you are, right? So stop focusing on the major outcome. All you have to do is focus on the small things that you need to do, because if you focus on the small things that you need to do, the outcome will appear. So instead of saying, I want to get this promotion by the end of the year, or I want to have $100,000 in my bank account by the end of the year, which are things that you cannot control, all you can control is the small daily efforts that will eventually lead you to that point if you're disciplined and believe. Be encouraged.
Find the beauty in mundane things. I cannot say this enough. If you find beauty and joy in everyday little small tiny things, nobody can stop you. Nobody, you're unstoppable. Because you now have the ability to receive joy and energy and happiness from things that are all around you. Little small things like your morning coffee can become your inspiration, your source of happiness, your source of peace. This might sound really cheesy, I get it, but if you always wait for something big to happen so you can feel happy and find joy, and then nothing big is happening that day, because most days are just normal, and then you're not happy that day, how about just finding that feelings in things you see and encounter every day? By things you're surrounded with. One way to do that, and I know I talk about this so much, is a gratitude list, a gratitude journal. Write down what you're grateful for. Look around you. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for these flowers, this coffee, and this breakfast I made. Boom, 3 things, and I didn't even have to get up. It will make you focus more on the good things, and everything else in your life will start to seem better. Because if you train your brain to search for the positive things everywhere, and it just becomes a habit, you will find positive and good things everywhere. Same goes for negative things too. So choose wisely. I love you so much. Bye.
The alarm rings in the morning. Most of us don't want to get out of bed, right? But we know we should. I would go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The moment the alarm rang, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just like NASA, what they do, they count down to launch a rocket ship. And the counting backwards kind of shut my mind off. And then suddenly at 1,
things that will instantly make you feel better. Keeping a face mist in your purse. I use Heart Spring. Taking a minute to yourself in the car alone before having to go somewhere. Never drink coffee on an empty stomach. It triggers stress hormones and spikes your cortisol. I always eat a piece of toast. If you're stressed or upset, immediately go outside and go for a walk if you can. If you have a metal gua sha, put it in a cup of ice water before putting the face oil on. It's so nice.
Here's my advice as a moderately successful entrepreneur in New York City. Get over yourself. Like, literally, get over yourself. If you want to do something new, if you want to change your life, if you want to start that business, if you want to become a blogger, if you want to write that book, if you want to host that event, whatever, you have to get over yourself. And this is what I mean by that. The number of dreams that have not been realized because somebody is too embarrassed to even try or to put themselves out there are probably, I don't know, hundreds of millions. And the number of people who've died of embarrassment, as far as I know, is 0. At the beginning, it might just be you who's very into your idea. That is how it was at the art cafe at Happy Medium. I swear to God, there was probably like a 6-month period of me and my co-founder Rhett working the art cafe, and all weekend we'd maybe have 3 people come in. And you know what? We talked about it anyway. We thought it was a great idea. We believed in it. We put it out there. That there's like a visceral pain almost when you're doing something and you're the only one to believe in it, and you have to push through that. And to do that, you just have to get over yourself. So that's my advice for anybody who wants to pick my brain. Get over yourself and just put your ideas and put your experiments into the world, try things, change it, and like just be so authentically true to your vision and your passions that it doesn't even matter. And then eventually you'll figure out how to market it the right way. And there's definitely, you're not unique. Other people in the world are going to love it. And then it's going to be a smashing success. Like that for a Happy Medium now, like it's hard for me to remember, but now I'm feeling it because of this new book launch, that there was a time when like nobody knew who we were. And all it took was persistence. So get over yourself. Hit publish on that thing that you want to do today, and let me know how it goes. Good luck.
5 things to avoid as someone who prioritizes their health and likes to feel good. Number 1, and if you take any piece of advice from me today, let it be this. It's simply to not go on your phone in the morning. When your alarm goes off and you press stop and you immediately start scrolling on your phone, that is going to set your day up for failure. You're going to stay in bed longer. You're already going to be consuming unnecessary things in your brain. You're going to have bad thoughts. So wake up, do not go on your phone, go on a walk, do your skincare, do whatever you want, but try to at least not go on your phone for the first hour. Number 2 is to read your ingredients. A lot of these foods are labeled as healthy and it looks healthy. It probably tastes healthy, but there's always secret additives, so always read your ingredients. Number 3 is to eat breakfast. This is more from personal experience, but I used to be someone who didn't eat breakfast till like 2 p.m. and it would lead to crash fatigue and I would not feel good throughout the day. So start your day off early in the morning with a good, nutritious, protein-packed breakfast to fuel your energy all day long. Number 4 is to not spend all day indoors, especially in the morning. I think the power of the sun first thing in the morning is so good for your circadian rhythm, your energy, your mood all day. The sun is so healing and the indoors is terrible. Number 5 is to not be oblivious to all the chemicals surrounding you in your kitchen, in your bathroom, in your closet. Everywhere there's chemicals, so the more you can do to limit them, the better off you'll be. Start off with some small things in your kitchen and your laundry room. Everyone is always talking about how we have to train our subconscious mind to see things better, to be more positive. Everything that we do, everything that we see in the world is through our subconscious mind, through the filters that we have in our mind that we have absolutely no control over. But actually, we can train them, we can adjust them. So this is the thing that I started doing a long time ago, has absolutely trained my subconscious mind, and that is numerology. A lot of people see angel numbers all the time and they remind themselves about something. Like when you see 222, it's like, okay, I'm full of abundance, I'm full of abundance. But for me, I have given pretty much every single number some kind of symbol, some kind of clue. 2, 22, 222, 36, 363, 636, 27, 212, 248, 842. Anytime I see these strings of numbers or these numbers together, my thought in my head is things are always working out for me. Things are positive. Things are going in my favor. Things are gonna be okay. I can have anything I want. Every time I see those numbers, that's the thought that's in my head. It is now automatic. It is now just what happens. It's just what happens. I don't have to think about it because now every time I see those numbers, it's just what it is. It's just, okay, things are gonna be great. And I see those strings of numbers multiple times a day. At work, one of the extensions that I use all the time is 10248. So every time I type 248, it's like, yep, 248. Things are working out for me. Things are going great. Things are gonna be positive. Something good is about to happen in my life, 248. License plates, phone numbers, billboards, checks, like the total amount of your order. You can start doing this every time you see numbers. You can start training your subconscious mind to be more positive and know that things are gonna be okay for you, which actually makes things okay for you. If you can convince yourself that that is true, then it will be true. Not this video ending at 222. I'm gonna edit it, but it just ended at 222. I just stopped the timer, 222. Things are always working out for me.
I stop listening to podcasts and music when I'm on a walk. I take screen time really seriously and I bought a brick to reduce it. I don't take things personally anymore. I just realized that everyone's actions and thoughts are a reflection of how they feel about themselves, and what anyone thinks about me has literally nothing to do with me. On top of that, I read the 4 Agreements. I highly recommend if you're looking to change your entire mindset. I care so much about the quality of things. I try to buy clothes that only have real quality materials, and I try to source really good quality food. Also, if I can make something from scratch, I always will. I do not drink coffee on an empty stomach anymore. I'll have breakfast every morning first thing. My anxiety is practically gone at this point. I use corded headphones only because if you know, you know. I've been obsessed with finding my personal style for everything. I try really hard to not look at what's trending anymore and just ask intuitively what I care about. If I'm on a walk, I try to say hi to literally everyone I pass or everyone that drives by. It puts me in such a good mood, and honestly, it just makes you feel so bright and happy. I pretty much only do short pink nails at this point, or just really natural looking nail style. I willingly journal. I love to just get my thoughts down onto a page and kind of digest them. I'm obsessed with curating things, and I feel like I've been creating a lot of custom things in my life. I've curated an everyday jewelry stack. I'm currently working on designing an engagement ring. I designed some coffee cups I've been using in the morning. Honestly, just finding different ways in my life to use my head and be a little bit more creative. And now my makeup is done. Bye!
Drink tea with me while I tell you why no one's opinion actually matters. First of all, anything that someone does or says is based off their entire belief system. Every single one of us are just amalgamations of what we've been taught to believe, our past traumas, and the content we consume. So literally everything that someone says to you has nothing to do with you, but everything to do with what has happened to them. It is genuinely never personal. You have to understand that we all can live in the same environment, but live in completely different worlds. Even the people that are closest to you in your life experience the world in a completely different way, which is extremely fascinating and beautiful and means we can learn so much from each other. But it also means that we will inevitably have the wrong idea about each other. No one can ever truly know what it's like to be you, so that means no one has the right to tell you who you are, except for you. And you can still value the opinions of people that you love, but make sure you ask yourself before you ask anyone else. But you must never, ever put your worth in the hands of someone else. It's not theirs to decide. It's yours.